What's up guys, it's D-Diddy here, and today I'm going to give you top 5 tips on how to get better at COD. This pertains to pretty much any Call of Duty that's ever made, including Call of Duty Ghost, which comes out very soon, so let's get started. Tip number 1, quick reflexes and map knowledge. You gotta know the maps in these games, and also the Call of Duty is all about quick reflexes. Let's be honest here, Call of Duty is a very simple game to learn, and also it doesn't really require a lot of strategy. So it's all about map knowledge and also about quick reflexes, because hey, action happens fast and furious, and you gotta squeeze the trigger when you see the enemy, or they'll squeeze it quicker, and then you'll be dead and you'll lose the gunfight. So that's one of the most important tips: quick reflexes and map knowledge. You gotta know where all the maps are, know the flanking routes and all that stuff. Maybe even the little camper spots, you say. Dare I say. Tip number 2, play to your weapon strength. You gotta play to your weapon strength. Let's just say you have an SMG. Your strength is usually close quarters combat. You'll have the upper hand over most weapons, or pretty much any weapon, including the assault rifle. But let's say you have a marksman rifle. Your advantage is usually longer ranges. So, and also shotguns, your strength is close quarters and all that stuff. So let's just say that you have a shotgun. It's probably dumb to run out in the open and try and engage somebody very far away. That won't be a very good idea, because you'll almost lose that gunfight almost every single time, especially if that person has a marksman rifle. Let's just say that you have a marksman rifle. Your strength is the long lines of sight, and probably try to stay away from close quarters combat, because those marksman rifles usually will lose out to submachine guns at close range most of the time, I should say. So make sure you play your weapon strength, and don't try and engage someone when you have a disadvantage. Tip number 3, play to your perk strength. That means, let's just say you have steady aim. Your strength usually is close quarters combat, hip firing, spray and pray. You have the advantage over somebody that doesn't have it. Let's just say you have off the grid, I should say, in Call of Duty Ghost. Your strength is usually flanking routes, staying off the radar. And let's just say you have extreme conditioning. Your strength is usually the flanking routes and all that stuff. So play to your perk strength. Choose wisely. And also, let's just say you have sleight of hand. That's usually a run and gun perk, versus maybe something like amplify, which is more of a camper's perk. So play to your perk strength, and don't try. I mean, let's just say you're trying to camp, and yet you're using sleight of hand and maybe extreme conditioning. So you're basically wasting all those perks where you actually have perks to enhance your little camper style. Let's just say you have you're a rusher, and yet you have amplify, or maybe even let's just say blast shield or something like that. Usually there's better perks for rushers than those two perks. So make sure you choose your perks well, and try to choose something that fits your playstyle, that enhances your playstyle. Tip number 4, play to your attachment straight. So basically, let's just say you have extended magazines. Usually that's more of a rusher's attachment for their weapons, because they have more bullets, they can spray down more people. And yet a suppressor or a silencer, usually that's more for stealth players. So choose your attachments wisely, and don't try to waste attachments. Usually, and also probably the most, if you're a beginner on a weapon, probably the most useful attachment ever are red dot sights, holographic sights, because they usually they enhance your field of vision when you're aimed down the sight. So if you're beginning a weapon, I would recommend always red dot or holographic. Actually, more red dot sights, I shall say. And number 5, probably the most important tip I can give you, is just keep at it. Just keep playing, and usually you can learn some things about maps and all that stuff. To basically, like I said, learn by yourself. I believe that, honestly, learning by yourself is probably the best thing you do for anything. Like maybe playing Call of Duty, learning how to maybe build a circuit and all that stuff. That's some things I'm doing. So probably probably just playing the game, just knowing all the spots, all the little camper spots, lines of sight, just kind of figuring things out yourself. Usually, I believe you can learn more about the game and all of its glory, and maybe even BS of Call of Duty games, just by playing the game. Just experiment with different setups, experiment with different attachments, experiment with different perks, and usually you can find something that suits your play style and suits who you are as a player, whether that be a camper, a sniper, or even a rusher like me. So those are my top 5 tips for Call of Duty Ghosts. Hope these help out for you for pretty much any Call of Duty in general. So hopefully these help you out. See you guys out there in the lobbies. Catch you guys later.